Good afternoon, everyone. Today is Friday, May 21st, 2021. It's 3 p.m. This is the informal meeting of the DRC of the Planning Board of Asbury Park. Just to remind everyone, this is an informal meeting. There will be no action taken and there will be no public participation, but everyone is invited to attend. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Hello.
Hello.
I think we're just waiting on a couple members. And then we can begin. We are live, just to remind everyone.
Yes, thank you.
Mike, when are my scooters coming back?
I just got back from the ribbon cutting.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they're here. So
You're here? Like
Yeah,
I can
you
ride one today?
you can ride one right now. There's probably one outside your house somewhere.
Okay, good. I think it's the
I'm
same
gonna go
location
look.
as last time, right?
What's that?
Same locations as last time?
Yeah, same
But I
location.
have to download a new app.
Yeah, it's called Link.
Okay, let me do it right now.
Going out this afternoon.
I know, I'm just gonna go ride around my block in circles.
They're much sturdier. They're much heavier than the last scooters.
Good.
They
What's their max MPH?
12.
Oh.
What? Safety.
She is living dangerously.
I know.
Well, you're not going to be happy because on Ocean Ave it's 8.
What?
Yeah.
I support.
I support it too, but does it still set off the alarm when you bring it onto the boardwalk? That's my favorite.
Yeah. It goes to a stop and it starts beeping.
And everyone stares at you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good shame tactic.
It is. It works.
Yeah, it works. Yeah.
Yeah. No, they're pretty great. They take potholes like a champ.
Good.
All of my, nuns in grade school knew there was nothing so powerful as motivator as shame.
Yes. It is, especially public shame.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It works really well.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. I'm taking the rest of the afternoon off.
There you go. Enjoy. It's a gorgeous day, so
It is. It's been a gorgeous week.
yeah.
I actually wasn't supposed to be here today, but a pipe in my bathroom decided to break. So I had to come home to fix
Oh
it.
no. Oh no.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just part of the fun.
Yeah. It's water, I hope, and not sewer.
It is water, but it came through a light fixture in the ceiling and kind of a beautiful waterfall pattern. My sofa. Yeah. So that was fun.
Yeah. That stinks.
Thank you, everyone, for waiting. I just spoke to Rick. He'll be here in just a minute.
Okay.
Thank you.
And for any of the public attendees that are just joining us, I just want to reiterate this is an informal meeting of the DRC of the Asbury Park Planning Board. There will be no formal action taken and there is no public participation. You are welcome to watch and attend. Thank you.
While we are waiting, I would actually ask if Rick Kearns could try sharing his screen. That way we can make sure it works and we don't end up in a position where we're delayed as we start to get rolling, if you don't mind.
Sure, yes, absolutely. Go ahead, Rick.
Okay.
So you need us to unshare while you take
Oh, it
roll
doesn't
of the
matter
camera?
if you want to.
Okay. Then we'll leave it.
We're not going to take roll or anything.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
just an informal meeting. So if you wanted to just begin and provide an overview, Jennifer, that would be great.
Before Rick joins. So just for everyone who's watching, just by way of background, this is an application that was filed in front of the Asbury Park Planning Board for the property that is located at block 4502, lot 1.0123. I'm sorry. This is part of the Beach Club application. There's been numerous public hearings on this matter. At the last public hearing, the planning board referred the design of the fence to this particular design review committee. And this is now our second meeting before the design review committee. At the last meeting, the members of this committee asked that we make certain additional adjustments to the fence, which we have now done, and we are here again this afternoon to present. We have Rick Kearns with us, who is with Handel Architecture, who was working on the design of the fence. Rick was at the last meeting as well. And so unless there's any initial questions, I would ask Rick to start by explaining where we were at the last meeting and what changes we have proposed since the last design review committee meeting.
Okay, great. Thanks, Jen. Thank you, everyone. So what's on the screen here was the original original fence design that we had presented to the planning board. And then we looked at a couple different schemes, and the scheme that most had gravitated towards was the option where we would have murals on the fence, but what was agreed upon was not having the murals at both ends. And so it would just be 2 murals in the middle with 3 recesses. The murals would shift off of the existing lamp posts, and so that the lamp post would be more in the recess box, and that each of these panels would be of varying sizes, because this was sort of an A, B, A, B, A, B, was to create a little bit more of a variety in both the sort of the panel that's out at the boardwalk and then the recess that's planted with the beach grass. And so what we had done here, and this is a plan, and the red represents the fence along the boardwalk, is we did a 40-foot zone that would be the sort of flat panel, which has the sort of horizontal banding, a 40-foot recess, which would have the beach grass, then a 32-foot push out, which would be a mural. And then you can see in the recess, this is where my cursor is, that's one of the lamp posts. And then the mural would span between this and the other lamp posts, and we would do another recess that's approximately 24 feet. Push out again for 24 feet of another mural, recess for 16 feet in length to hit the last lamp post, and then push out and have a 28-foot the solid panel with the horizontal banding there. And then it returns, there's sort of the reveal returns at both ends that are 6 feet, and then turns back along the north side beach boardwalk access. And then on the south side is just approximately 5-foot fence return before we hit the stucco box of the beach club. And so the next slide is that rendering of showing that. And this is that 40 feet of solid with the horizontal banding, a 40-foot recess. And then you can see the lamp post is within that recess. And then we had the 32-foot mural, another recess with the lamp posts, the other mural recess with the lamp post, and then at the far end, the other 16-foot long solid piece with the horizontal banding. And then detail-wise, we're still keeping what we had talked about last time. And this is a detail showing where the mural is, which would be a flat paneled fence. The recess has it's tight at the bottom for the first 4 feet and then opens up, and it sort of a fade gradually goes from a 1/2 inch up to 2 inches. At the top, sort of the opening sort of slits, so you can see into the beach club, and you can see that now the lamp post is within that sort of recess box. And then this shows you the other portion of the fence, which has the horizontal banding. So that was it. And I can go back to the rendering here, the overall.
Rick, just as you do that, I don't know if anybody else has a slight delay between when the slides are changed and when they're popping up on our end.
Okay.
Yeah. What's up?
I don't know.
So that was the extent of the changes, varying the widths of the panels, moving the murals so that they wouldn't be blocked by the light poles, and having the 4 flat panels with the 3 recesses. We believe that's what the committee asked us to do, but we're here for you today to verify that.
Yeah, I'm strongly supportive. I really appreciate that everything's not the same all the way along. I think that like kind of the variation in the rhythm is going to be important. You know, I know this has been a contentious application and you've worked on it for a very long time, but I think the resolution here is positive.
Yeah, I'm also satisfied that this meets all of our requests from the last design review committee.
This is Mike. At the last meeting, I was on the fence about having murals on the corners. I could have gone either way. I think I still would have preferred more murals, but I'll let the rest of the design review committee weigh in. But I'm satisfied if this is the way it stays too, though.
I'm curious if this, what you've shown, like this may be a like kind of detail-oriented question, but like, does the board-on-board construction of the corner panels prevent future temporary or permanent art installation?
No, because I think you could always overclad if we needed to.
Right.
If the goal ultimately later on is decided to add more murals, I think we could. There's ways. It's wood, so we can easily, you know, shave down those little bands and create a flat surface or an overclad if more murals want to be added at both ends.
Right. Or I mean, maybe one way. I don't want to like make your argument for you, but you know, maybe the corners could be like there might be temporary kind of things that you do that are seasonal, that aren't so permanent. Maybe you like bring an artist in to like do a site specific installation. And I don't think you need to describe what that is because artists are creative people, but you can say there's nothing that stops art from happening on these corners, but we've decided that these two will be permanent and the others, you know, we would work in the future. You know, just projecting an air of openness to ephemeral kind of temporary installation.
Right. Well, we would commit, the applicant would commit definitely to the two murals that are shown, and we would, I believe, need to go in front of the art committee for the city.
Public art.
For approval. And to be clear, the murals that are shown there right now are not the final murals. That's just stock artwork. You know, murals would be proposed and we would meet with your art committee.
I mean, we can't have a Mondrian?
What's that?
Can't have a Mondrian?
And we would, yeah, I'm sure we would agree that over the time we would consider other art. You know, as long, I wouldn't say it would be a planning board prerequisite, but over the applicant would consider putting art in corners if, you know, the right art was available. And that was a very long way of me saying, okay.
No, it's okay. I understand. I know that it's important. It's important for all of us to parse our words in this, you know, like, but just the idea of, you know, as the board should as well suggest openness to new ideas, you know, leaving the door open or the fence open. Yeah, I think it's an improvement, and it recognizes the context of where it's being placed. I'm sorry that, you know, we can't move the light posts, but, you know, it's probably easier to like move the planet.
Okay.
Great. Well, I mean, I don't have any other comments. Does Rick, do you have anything? Rick? Irina, is Rick in here?
He is here. He's joined on his phone, so I'm not sure if he's having difficulties.
Okay.
Let's try this. Rick said, no, tell them I like it. Let me get him on the phone and see it.
It looks like the phone is on mute. Rick may need to hit star. Oh, I forget which option it is.
R6.
Can you hear me
Thank
now?
you.
Yes.
We
Yes.
can. Great.
Finally. Hold on a second. I'm getting feedback. Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Hold on. Okay. Yeah, I think it looks really good. I like that there's variation in the projections and the recesses and the size of them. I like how you've done the fence treatment. I think the murals are really nice. It just gives a real variety of kind of experiences along that wall. So I appreciate y'all taking the time and the effort to try to really give some visual interest. I think it's a lot better than what was initially planned, and I think it looks good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's not to say y'all are still not going to get a lot of pushback from the public, but I mean, I think y'all really made an attempt to try to, work with everyone and create a solution that is visually appealing, kind of respects its location adjacent to the boardwalk, and just creates an experience I think will be pretty nice for everyone. It'll be exciting. I think it'll be a draw. People will come there to see, what's going on, and it should do well.
Next,
Thank
we
you.
just need to get rid of the water
My understanding
treatment
is
plant.
that we are
Just kidding. Just kidding. We could put murals around it too.
My understanding is
So
that we are going to be scheduled for June 7th to be back in front of the planning board, where this will be
Okay.
presented during the public hearing, and at which point in time the public will be able to ask questions as to this particular submission just on the fence. And Irina,
This
can you confirm?
is the last detail, the last part that has to be considered is this redesign of the fence.
Correct. We have not changed the plans in any other way, so we would just be
Okay.
presenting this in the public hearing. As Irina mentioned, there are public watching today who are seeing this, and they will have the opportunity to come out to the public hearing, which I think is currently scheduled for June 7th, where we will present this to the full board.
Okay.
Yes, thank you, Jennifer. We were just waiting for this meeting to occur so that we could be certain that there will be no other changes and we can proceed with the planning board's regular meeting on June 7th at 7 p.m. And everyone will have an opportunity to ask questions and also provide public comment. I do know that there were a couple more hands raised this afternoon. But again, please note that this is just an informal meeting and there is no public participation today.
Well, then with that, I would like to thank the members of the Design Review Committee for their input over this meeting and the past meeting, and for agreeing to do this, that we had an opportunity to work through changes to the fence. And we look forward to presenting it again to you and your colleagues at the board on June 7th.
Great,
Thank y'all. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Jennifer. And we will post the meeting participation information on the city website as of Monday. And Ms. Smith is also going to renotice the public within the 200-foot range.
That's correct.
Okay, if no one else has anything else, that's it. Thanks, folks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Have a great weekend, everyone.
Thank you very
You too.
much.
Thanks, you too.